again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today we've got a really easy, lovely, lacy stitch, the polka dot stitch. Yes, very, very simple with just a 3-row repeat. Very, very easy. And I think you guys are going to like this. Now, uses for this stitch, I would say this would be awesome as a wrap, table runner, curtains perhaps. I don't know if I would recommend it for a blanket per se because we have these big holes here, but bedspread, coverlet, that would be really, really awesome. Yes. And so basic lowdown is initially what I had found was that the first row was going to be just chain stitches. And I thought it looked, well, a little bit unkempt. So I decided to start off with a row of single crochet stitches, which creates a much neater bottom edge, and also going to show you how to do the same thing on the top. So if you want to create some sort of edging, you will be able to do that as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so for the example I showed and for today's piece, I'm going to be using this worsted weight yarn. It's a weight of 4. And also as far as the hook that I'm using, it is a, okay, focus is funky. It's a 6mm size J crochet hook. Use whatever works best for you by all means. This just worked out fine for me. So as far as your base chain, you are going to need a multiple of 7 chains plus an additional 4 chains. Now that's to start off with your single crochet row. So what I did is I did a total of 32 chains. So that's 4 multiples of 7. That's 28 plus an additional 4. So I've got 32 chains here. And get your multiples ready and we will get started. I always suggest do a swatch first before figuring out how many multiples of 7 you're going to need for your finished piece. So let's get started. Okay, row 1, like I've said previously, it's just going to be a row of single crochet stitches. And so into the second chain from the hook, just work your single crochets. Now, some people, they like to go through the top loop of the V. Some people like to go into the back bump. Dealer's choice. It's totally up to you. Personally, I like to go through the top loop of the V. That's just me. And so I'm going to work my single crochet stitches all the way across. And then we will commence with row 2. So I'm going to do the rest of this row off camera, so as not to completely bore you with my fiddling. And then, yeah, we'll get started in on the lace. Alrighty. Alrighty, row 2. Okay, so for row 2, we're going to start off with a chaining up of 2 for our first double crochet. Some people, they like to go with a chaining up of 3. Personally, I think it makes the edge look a little bit too loose, a little too, loopy. So I'm going for a chain 2. Do what works for you, as I always say. So after chaining up 2 into the next stitch, not this stitch right here, but to the next stitch, work 3 double crochets. There we are. Then chain 2, and skipping the next 6 stitches, we're going to go in with some more doubles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So into that 7th stitch, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, all into that same stitch. Okay, so I got my 3 doubles, then chain 1, and 3 doubles also into that stitch. It's a little bit crowded, and that is partially why I opted to do the bottom edge as a single crochet row instead of a chain row, because having the chain be that splayed out can look a little messy. So from here, chain 2, skip the next 6 stitches again, and we'll do the same sort of double cluster here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So into that 7th stitch, 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 more doubles. There we go. And we'll do that again. Chain 2, skipping 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, into that 7th stitch, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles into the same stitch, there we are, and we're almost to the end of the row. Just give me a moment here. Okay, so I need to still chain 2, skipping the next 6 stitches one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At that point, you should have only 2 stitches left. So into the second to last, 3 doubles. Come on. Thank you. And then double crochet into the very last single crochet stitch so that we have symmetry on both edges, here and here. All right, so we shall proceed. Okay, row 3, going to be very similar to row 2, although I would say a little bit easier because we have a foundation to work within. So start by chaining up 2 and turn your work. Now again, not into this first stitch, but into the next stitch, the first of the 3. Work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then into the chain 1 space in between your clusters of 3, we're going to work our next grouping. So into that chain space, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. And I think this is a really great stitch pattern for mindful stitching where you really don't have to pay too much attention because for the most part we're just working into stitch spaces, not into actual stitches. So I got my 3 doubles, my chain 1, 3 more doubles. Also, if you have a somewhat foofy yarn, like a boucle or something like that, this stitch would be great because, again, working into stitch spaces is a lot easier with that kind of a yarn. So from here, chain 2, and then we're going to scoot over to the next grouping into that chain space, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. And just do that same thing all the way across until we reach the end. Okay, so this grouping is now done. Okay, and we've got one more, so chain 2, skipping ahead to the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. Okay, then approaching the end, I still need to chain 2. Now, into the third double, 1, 2, 3, into this stitch here, not the end yet, into this stitch, work 3 doubles. And then into the top of our last stitch, this double crochet, work a double crochet. Now, because I only chain up 2, it's going to be that second chain from the bottom. If you work to chain 3, well, the third chain from the bottom. There we go. And work your double. And because I only did 2 chains, I think it creates, like I said, a much cleaner, neater edge. Personal preference. All right, so that is the end of row 3, excuse me, row 3. Okay, so row 4 is actually going to be the sort of finishing row for the polka dots. So start off again by chaining up 2, turn the work, and 3 doubles into the second stitch here. And then we are going to bring our sort of chain 2 strands together. If you are familiar with the butterfly type stitch, this will seem very familiar to you. So start off by chaining 1, and then we're going to go underneath this space here, and we're going to gather up these 2 strands of the chain 2s here. And it takes a little bit of practice. You'll get the hang of it with practice as far as your tension is concerned. So basically, after chaining 1, going in underneath and grabbing the yarn, and we're just going to do a slip stitch to lock those together, and then chain 1, and then we're going to continue our clusters into the next. So into that chain 1 space, 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 doubles. And so we will repeat the slip stitch join as we go. Okay, so we did our 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, so now chain 1, and then underneath, and grab the yarn, pull it up, and slip stitch. Chain 1, into the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. Okay, so I've got my 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 doubles. There we go. Chain 1, going underneath both loops, grab the yarn, pull it up, and slip stitch. Chain 1, going into the next chain space with 3 doubles. Oop, I lost you. Okay, so I've got 2. Now I've got 3, chain 1, 3 more doubles. There. Okay, one more gathering to do. Chain 1, scoot underneath the loops, grab the yarn, and slip stitch. Chain 1, and then into the third double here, 1, 2, 3, into that third double, 3 double crochets, And then to finish row 4, double crochet into the top of that last stitch to finish it up. There. And so we have a completed repeat of our polka dots. And so we're going to do a full repeat, and also then I'm going to show you how to do the finishing up of the edge. The other reason why I like doing the top edge finishing is because these polka dots, they have a tendency to sort of pucker a little bit, and by doing the edge, it helps sort of even them out, bring them to an even keel. So let's keep going. Let's do the repeat. Okay, so we're going to do a full repeat. I'm going to call it rows 5, 6, and 7 because row 2 is a little bit different since we worked into single crochet stitches. So it's going to be 5, 6, and 7. So row 5, which is essentially row 2, but you understand what I mean, I'm sure. So start off by chaining up 2, turn the work, and into the second stitch, 3 doubles. And then chain 2 into the top of the next in that chain 1 space, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. It's very, very, very simple. Okay, so I've got my 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. There we go. Chain 2 into the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles. Chain 1, 3 doubles. Chain 2 into the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles. Chain 1, 3 doubles. And we're almost to the end, so chain 2, and then into the third double crochet stitch, 3 doubles. And then into the top of the very last stitch, double crochet. There we go. All right, so that is row 5 for the repeat. There you go. Okay, row 6. It's essentially the same thing as row 5, but we're going to do it together. Chain up 2, turn your work, excuse me, and into the second stitch, 3 doubles. Okay, one more. There we go. Chain 2 into the chain 1 space, 3 doubles. Chain 1, 3 doubles. There we are. Chain 2 into the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles. Chain 1, 3 doubles. chain 2. Next, excuse me, losing my voice today, into the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles, and chain 1 and 3 doubles. And of course, the timestamps will be in the description box as always. Okay, and then we're almost at the end here. Pull out just a wee bit more yarn. Chain 2. And into the third double, 3 double crochets. There we go. And then into the top of the last stitch, double crochet. There we go. So, as you can see, I have a pretty nice and straight edge. That's why I go with chain 2. That's just me personally. What can I say? All right, so we've got one more row to go, and then I will show you the edging. Okay, row 7, last row for the repeat, and we're going to be doing our joining of the strands here. So, chain up 2, turn the work into that second stitch, 3 doubles, okay, and then chain 1, going underneath both strands, pull up that loop, and slip stitch. Chain 1 into the chain 1 space, 3 doubles. Chain 1, 3 more doubles. There we go. Chain 1, going underneath both strands, pull up a loop, and slip stitch. Chain 1, into the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles. There we go. Chain 1, 3 more doubles. There we are, and then one more. And yes, I have to pull out some more yarn, pardon me. Okay. Chain 1. Scoot underneath both strands, pull up a loop, and slip stitch. Chain 1. Into the next chain 1 space, 3 doubles. Chain 1, 3 doubles. Chain 1, going underneath both strands, pull up a loop, slip stitch, chain 1, into the third double, 3 double crochets. Well, I almost had it. Okay, 3 doubles. And then into the very last stitch, double crochet. Voila! All right, so we've got 2 rows of our polka dots. And there you go. All right, so next I'm going to show you how to do the finishing along the top. All right, so for finishing along the edge along the top, I'm going to start by chaining 1, turn the work, and into this very first stitch, single crochet, then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, into the chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 6 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, into that chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, single crochet into the chain 1 space. Where are you? There you are. Single crochet in there, chain 6 once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then last but not least, going to single crochet into the top of the last stitch, right into here. Single crochet. And this is, going to create the basis of the framework. Then we're going to go about building it up just a wee bit. Okay, so to finish up the edging for our purposes, start by chaining 1, turn the work into the first single crochet from the previous row, single crochet, and then into this chain space, 6 single crochets. Now you could work into the chains. Honestly, I find that's more fiddly than it's worth. So just into the actual chain space, 6 singles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then single crochet into that single crochet stitch, and then 6 more singles in the chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, single in the single, and so forth. Now, something that I've noticed, at least for me personally, is whenever working stitches like these, I used to always have this tendency of like cramming them in at the beginning, and then the last couple of stitches would have to be like splayed out over a ridiculous length. So what I do is I tend to overshoot the mark from the beginning, as opposed to getting them as close to this edge as possible. So sort of going out a bit, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That way they're not all scrunched up in any one particular place. And also, because we're not working into the chains, you can shift them around a bit. So again, single in the single, then 6 more singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then finish up by doing a single in the very last stitch, that single crochet stitch. Ta-da! And there you go. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could add, some sort of decorative crocheted edging on the top and the bottom, or perhaps sew on a little bit of lace. I think that also could look really, really lovely. Get creative, have fun with it. So, there you go, the polka dot stitch. Alrighty, my dears, so that's going to conclude today's tutorial on the polka dot stitch. I really hope that you liked it, and if you did, please give a little thumbs up button down below. You know that I appreciate your appreciation. So like I said, it's very, very simple. Just repeat rows 5, 6, and 7 for as long as you want. You can make this as wide or as narrow, however many repeats as you want. And then, of course, you can add your finishing edge rows before and after. It's awesome. Absolutely. So, in the comments section, let me know, what are you going to make with this stitch? I think also an ombre, a slow color changing ombre, would look awesome, especially, perhaps in something like an aqua or a jewel tone. Oh, like bubbles and gemstones. Really, really gorgeous. I just wanted to go nice and simple with Easter right around the corner. It kind of reminded me of Easter eggs, but, dots are dots, really. At any rate, I hope that you liked it, and you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please, stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day, everybody, and bye for now.